Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you mods, what are the Gaming Drag today? I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Just Friends, Wagner's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chaining, we're up, and let's go! Alright, I have to put one of my hands in front of my mouth to hold a laugh, and his grin gets bigger. I don't like it. You're a funny hot dog, you know? How much do I own you? He gives me a big grin with his tail wagging slowly. Huh, I know that, silly boy. That's why I'm here making a joke about it. And the trophy of the most convinced dog person in the world goes to... He catches the joke and just chuckles at it. I give him a big grin back. You should totally enter a talk show one of these days. I'm sure people would love to hear you making jokes about how hot you are. Come on, little guy. You know I only make these jokes around people I like. I wouldn't do it on a live talk show. Besides, why someone would invite me to one of those? I'm not even famous. Well, I'm sure you have your qualities. If not, those guys wouldn't want you on their team. I think they want to play tennis with you. Wagner looks at the guys and just shrugs. I'm not in the mood to play right now. I just want to enjoy these things. I just want to enjoy these with you and watch people playing while I'm enjoying this nice shade, too. You know we hit the jackpot, right? Oh, really? What do you mean by that? Well, you see, every single spot was absurdly hot down there over the hot dog stand. Even behind the artificial shade the building makes for you, it's super hot. Most of the trees right now are kind of good, but none of them feel cold in the ground. Also, I've heard people complaining it's especially hot today. But this tree is big enough to make the air around it cool and grass damp enough. It's almost like we're protected by a barrier of leaves and shade. I just grin at him and give a soft chuckle afterward. He's a silly dog, but this place is very cool. And I'm sure that since I have no sunscreen right now, if I walk around right now, I'll have a sunburn pretty quickly on my exposed skin. Noticing that I look at the smiling dog. Hey, dog? Yes, human? I grin at him. He's such a silly person. Thanks for going to grab something for us to eat. You were kind and considerate enough to allow me to wait here while you suffered under this sunlight right now. Thanks to you, I'm not only cool, but I'm also avoiding getting a sunburn, which has a high probability of happening if I walk around without sunscreen at this time of day. He gives me a happy smile. His tail wags a little faster now. Oh, don't worry about that, man. Well, I have my natural fur protection, and it would be a shame to see such a soft skin like yours being all burned out. The days are getting hotter, so let's just rest here until it's later and less hot for us to walk around, okay? Okay, fine. Thank you, Wagner. He gives me a happy nod, and I can just be happy of having him with me today. As I look around to see the people starting to play their game far away from us, the dog just points at our hot dogs and starts speaking. We should eat. They won't get freezing, but even on a hot day, there's nothing worse than a cold hot dog, right? Oh, yeah, you're right. Second, you know? I take a bite out of mine and it tastes delicious. I don't know what they put in that sausage, but it tastes expensive. I take a bite out of mine and it tastes delicious. Okay, you just did that. Okay. Are you sure this was cheap? It tastes expensive. Well, it's not like it was $3, you know. It's certainly more expensive than what you would buy on the street. I'm glad it tastes good, actually. And with those few words out of his maw, he gives his hot dog a good bite, and I do the same. It is very tasty, but I can't figure out why. Probably the sausage, I'm sure of it. It's a little more on the salty side, so I open my bottle of water. It's very cold and good to feel on my skin. I take a very big sip before eating the hot dog. It takes us both a few minutes to finish eating, but soon our hands are empty. He produces a small plastic bag so we can throw inside anything that's not edible, such as the small cardboard we use to eat the hot dogs, which is why they probably are a little more expensive. Those cardboards are very elaborate. I take a good look at the drawings and symbols on mine. It's shaped the exact size of the hot dog, but it's thick so you won't just bite into it and eat it with the hot dog. The fact that we didn't have any problems eating with it just shows that whoever thought about this indeed was very smart. I throw the cardboard in the small plastic bag. Wagner already did the same, so he's just drinking his water while looking in the direction of the people, now engaged in the tennis match. I guess they gave up on the dog and started playing. So, did you like it? He says, pointing his index finger to the plastic bag, while looking away from the game and into my direction. Sometimes his green eyes seem like they're staring at my soul. A hot dog? Yes, very tasty. A little salty, but I think it's the sausage. It's not the same I'm used to. It's richer in flavor, but I think it's saltier than what I'm used to. Yeah, I agree. It's not bad at all. Those cardboards make it easier to hold it without making a mess in your hands. They did give us some napkins, so here, take some. He takes from his pocket some napkins made out of paper. They are folded neatly into a small square shape, but now they're a little crumpled since they were shoved into his pocket. I grab one and unfold it, and I check my hands, but there's no sauce on them. A good thing I tend to grab the bun from the sides, making sure not to make a mess out of myself when eating these things. There is some sauce on the cardboard we were using to hold the hot dogs. There are more hot dog holders now that I think better about it, and they were designed to hold this kind of bun, huh? What are you thinking, little guy? You're far too quiet. I look at him. He has that concerned expression. I smile at him, feeling a little happy that he's a little worried about me. Oh, I'm just overanalyzing the cardboard they use for the hot dogs. If the purpose of that was to make things less dirty, they did a good job. They did look like they were shaped to hold the hot dog while making it possible to slide the bun and eat it slowly. But I think the fact I've got a pretty normal hot dog did the trick too. You see, they do have some very weird choices there. The same serious expression on his muzzle, he looks at the hot dog stand on the other side of the court. Some people are now there, buying them too. It's like, you know? Oh, really? What do they have? Oh, lots of stuffing, mashed potatoes, some meat, stuff like that. You can add them for an extra. You can actually buy some hot dogs that those things are inside. What was that even sentence? I do prefer just the bun, sausage, and some sauce inside. The regular with a good brand of ketchup and mayo. Sometimes mustard. It depends on my humor. Oh, I see then. I think they're trying to bring other cultures' culinary to the table. Well, this is an expensive place. I guess they need to create reasons to make things expensive, such as these cardboard, huh? He smiles at me and nods. Well, at least it was delicious. You're a lucky guy. Wait, why am I lucky? He gives me a mischievous grin. 'Cause you had 2 hot dogs today, one making company and another one to satiate your hunger. I froze for a split second. Did he just... But it didn't satiate everything you see? He looks at me with a kind of grin that makes me feel a little hot for other reasons than the weather we have right now. Oh, I know what kind of thirst you have. It's a shame water can't help you, little buddy. Oh, come on now. It's not like I'm desperate. Don't worry. I wink at him, and his grin gets wider. It gets bigger. That's the thing with other species. Their mouths are wider, but they have way more teeth. When you think it's impossible for them to give you a bigger grin, they surprise you with a bigger one. Well, I am flattered by your joke. You keep on doing that, and I'll start believing I'm half as hot as you make it sound I am. I'm pretty sure you would look twice as hot as I like to point out. I like confident people. I give him another wink, and I look at my empty water bottle. It's true that I'm thirsty for some hot dog, but I wouldn't mind more water either. Then again, I don't want to ruin this moment, so I stay quiet about this for now. What? You went all silent all of a sudden. I hope you're not thinking anything naughty, so that, not that I would mind if you did. Oh, of course, you want to see me trying to hide a boner, don't you? You're the kind of guy who loves to tease as much as you love being teased. Oh, no, he didn't. Aren't you feisty today? Well, you're the one who started pointing things out, so I don't mind doing the same. Two can play this game, dog. Wait, what did I point out? That I won't mind you thinking of naughty stuff, or that I'm flattered by your jokes? I meant that you like to joke around and tease me, so I can do the same that's all. We may not know each other for a longest time, but I just have this gut feeling telling me that you like being teased just as much as you tease, as long as the mood is right. Well, you got me, little buddy. You're very interesting to talk with, you know that? Okay then, I'll tease you no more for now, as long as you behave yourself. He winks at me, and all I can do is give him a nice warm smile, followed by a thumbs up. He chuckles at my gesture while we can hear the wind blowing on the tree's leaves. Okay. Far from us, there are people playing tennis and basketball, but right now there's just us enjoying the peace of this blessed place. A few minutes passed by while we watched the guys playing basketball from our shade below the tree. The damp soil feels pretty good on my hands. I could get some glimpses of the dog waving his tail in excitement over someone almost making a good move. I was never into sports myself when I was younger, so I know a little about the rules of most sports. That being said, I enjoy seeing people playing. Some sports are more complex than others, some way too much, but basketball is one of those that makes more sense to me. As time passes and we can all hear our people playing tennis in one of the courts and others playing basketball, it feels like a pretty calm day here. I would expect more people and more noise here. Then I look at the sky. Clear as hell. No shade in most of the place, and I can understand why people would choose to go to the beach today instead of playing sports. Today is especially hot. Wagner looks at me while I'm looking at the sky. With a soft tone, one of someone who's relaxed but engaged at the game, he says, "They sure are making the most of their time, huh?" I look at him. Well, he points out the play, and I agree. Yeah, I think so too. Maybe having a lot of fur on their body helps them block this heat. I'm glad we're here instead of there. I point out the benches closer to the courts. They don't have much shade there. Most of the trees are around the area, almost like they cleared part of the woods around to create this place. And we're on the edge of it. And now I need to think about now that I think about it, it makes sense. There's some artificial shades here and there, though, but they're never as cool as here. I agree with you, mate. It's better here. I'm not a good basketball player, but I think they're having fun. And, oh, some people started to play over there, too. He points to the tennis court. Do you want to go and play some, too? Not at all. I told you, I'm fine here. Besides, I only want to chill a little. Tell me, what are you planning from here on out? You're staying here for how long? A few more days. I think 3 more days? 2? I'm not sure. I have a notification on my phone, but I think I'll be here for 3 more days. Gonna leave on the 4th. And you? He looks at the guys playing basketball, thinking about what I said. What I said, perhaps. After a minute or so, he finally speaks. I think I'll be here about as much as you do, though. Yeah, that's about it. I have my work to deal with, but I'm starting to miss home. Is it just me, or after a few days away, we start to get anxious about how things are home? It's not only you. It's after all the places we have to return. Especially if we live alone, if there's no one there to look out for us, you know? That's why when I go on trips, I won't do it for long. Oh, it's exactly like that. I don't have someone to look out for me there. What if someone breaks into my house and takes all my stuff? Don't say things like that or I'll start worrying. Not that I have much, but what little I have, it took me a good chunk of time and effort to get. I totally understand you, mate, but we should enjoy our time here. I'm pretty sure things are fine. I do have neighbors who would call the police if they hear something wrong, so I'm not so worried. I'm just paranoid sometimes. Everyone is a little, Wagner. You shouldn't worry too much about it. It's the same for me. But people don't have to help you. People don't have to help you out. You never know when someone will ignore your issues. But if we get anxious about everything, we'll never live, right? That's the way, little guy. You have a point. We should enjoy our time here and make every second count, right? Right. He looks around and we stay silent for a few more minutes. But it doesn't take long for him to say something else to me. He looks at me with his gorgeous green eyes, his big pointy ears, twitching a little, which I think is cute. You see, it's been such a good day today. All the days I've spent here felt good. Don't get me wrong. This place is good. It's not absurdly huge, but it's not too small. Every place has a good feel to it. It's gorgeous to look, you know. I took a lot of selfies even with people I never knew and all that, but well, I just feel that today's been a very good and smooth day, you know. Nothing that happened feels forced or downright boring, and I think it's because you're spending it with me. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to have a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silver. Thank you above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our 3 gold tier patrons, Zeke, Toby, and Blue Wolf Alpha. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our Safe for Work contents as little as $5. And if y'all don't want to donate to our Patreon, you can donate using Super Thanks on YouTube. Anyway, I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!